First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this would not be possible. Low Nose Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. Hope everybody had an amazing Labor Day weekend. I want to talk about what I've noticed. There's footage of Teofimo Lopez training with Canelo Alvarez. And there's rumors that not only is he training with Canelo Alvarez, Teofimo Lopez may become part of Team Canelo in more than one way. We're going to talk about the training aspect of it. First off, Teofimo Lopez Sr. has done a phenomenal job with his son, Teofimo Lopez, but you can only take him but so far. There's been fighters in the past, and you already know how I carry it. You already know that I'm about to go on my historian bag. There's fighters in the past that have changed trainers and have actually implemented what they learned into their style, and they improved upon it. I'm going to give you a history lesson once again. Oscar De La Hoya, when he came on the scene, he was kind of stiff, right? Very fast, a lot of power, but he wasn't really that agile. He had a tough fight against a Puerto Rican fighter by the name of John Molina, went 12 rounds. Oscar De La Hoya knew that he was on a fast track, so he went and hired the legendary Mexican defensive fighter by the name of Miguel Canto. When Oscar De La Hoya came back against Rafael Ruelas, which was his very next fight, which was a world title fight at 135 pounds, Oscar De La Hoya showed amazing head movement. He showed lateral movement. He showed defensive skills. Later on in his career, he hired Emmanuel Stewart. He started implementing his jab even more. He eventually hired Floyd Mayweather Sr. He started doing the shoulder roll. Oscar De La Hoya added to his game. He didn't just hire new trainers and just came back fighting the same way he fought before that. He learned. Miguel Cotto, when he hired Emmanuel Stewart, he improved Miguel Cotto's jab. When Miguel Cotto hired the Cuban trainer, I think his name was Pedro Diaz, he improved Miguel Cotto and showed Miguel Cotto how to box in the middle of the ring, because prior to that, Miguel Cotto used to fight off the front foot, cutting the ring off. He had good footwork, but he had a tendency of spending too much time on the ropes, and that's what led to him taking so much punishment against Antonio Margarito. But in the rematch, he cleaned that up. Pardon me for the brief history lesson. I just got to come with you with facts. That's why I'm Low Nose Boxing. Teofimo Lopez training with Eddie Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez is a very smart move, because Teofimo Lopez is already a highly skilled fighter, highly athletic fighter, right? And I already know what y'all gonna say. Oscar Valdez, he didn't improve that much. I disagree. He did improve under the tutelage of Eddie Reynoso, but Teofimo Lopez is levels above Oscar Valdez in talent and skills and athleticism. Teofimo Lopez's main flaw that I noticed is that he doesn't know how to cut the ring off effectively. Teofimo Lopez is at his best when he's in the center of the ring, getting ready for counters, fighting in the middle of the ring. Sometimes when he's going on the back foot, he spends a little bit too much time on the ropes as well, just like Miguel Cotto. But he spends too much time on the ropes, basically trying to just work on the shoulder roll rather than boxing in the middle of the ring, using that jab. These are things that Teofimo Lopez can and will learn with Eddie Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is a very, very skilled fighter with defense, and Teofimo Lopez is a sharp counterpuncher. He has good head movement, but he could learn a few things from Canelo Alvarez. So I really like this move for Teofimo Lopez. And not only is it going to benefit him as a fighter, it's going to benefit his business. Because Teofimo Lopez, right now, it seems like he's sort of like blackballed. He's the top dog at 140 pounds, right? But yet you got Devin Haney, who might be fighting Liam Powell next. You got Gervonta Davis possibly fighting Jose Valenzuela next. You got Jack Catterall versus Regis Prograis next. Teofimo Lopez is the odd guy at the moment who's left out, who doesn't have a marquee name lined up for him. He doesn't have an opponent. He had a rumored opponent in Brian Norman Jr. for 147 pounds, but that fell apart. Teo is at 140. This is a weight class where he needs to stick around and clean up to show that he is the top dog. But as of right now, he doesn't have a fight lined up. Fast forward. If Teofimo Lopez were to become a part of Canelo Alvarez promotional company, that's a power move for both of them. For one, for Teofimo Lopez, Canelo Alvarez has the connections to get Teofimo Lopez a network deal. He got the connections to get Teofimo Lopez the big marquee fights. And for Canelo Alvarez, this benefits him as well, because he would have a fighter that will be basically the face of his stable. This would be the core of his stable of fighters, just like he was the core for Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy. Canelo Alvarez's career is winding down. He's already in his mid-30s. Eventually, he's going to retire. So why not have a marquee fighter under his belt? Teofimo Lopez is Honduran. He needs a legitimate, consistent fan base. And with Canelo Alvarez, he could adapt that Mexican fan base. Teofimo Lopez also has the Puerto Rican American fan base, but he did lose a lot of Puerto Rican fans due to some things that he said. That doesn't include me, because I'm Puerto Rican, and Teofimo Lopez is my favorite fighter. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But Teofimo Lopez joining Canelo Alvarez, that's a smart move. And I'm hoping that those rumors are true. I hope it's not just for one fight. He needs to spend a few camps with Canelo Alvarez, Eddie Reynoso. And I already know what y'all going to say. What's going to happen with Teo Sr.? He shouldn't get rid of his dad. Be loyal. Your dad brought you there. Teofimo Sr. right now is a great motivational trainer for his son, but it's time for him to grow, and there's nothing wrong with that. If he wants to advance to the next level of his career, making a power move and working with Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso is a brilliant move. That's how I call it. That's how I see it. With that being said, hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel, Low Nose Boxing, because Low Nose Boxing.